Episode number 3. Welcome to another episode of Just Tech Talk. Honestly, I'm really excited to bringing you up this another episode of Just Tech Talk. And today we're going to talk about Dropbox. Dropbox is a very simple thing, but also it is a very powerful and it is a very helpful thing when it comes to IT. You may already be using Dropbox, but if you're using Dropbox, if you know what Dropbox is about, then you probably don't need this information. However, even if you're using it, there can be some information during this video that might help you, things that you may not know. So this again, as I always say in the Just Tech Talk, this is not about technical jargon. This is about simplifying IT. So I'm going to make Dropbox very simple for you in this video so you could understand what you can do with Dropbox and make IT and things easier for you. And I mean, how to use Dropbox, what is Dropbox, and there's a few other things that I'm going to cover. So rather than me just talking, let's get onto my computer. I'll share my screen and I'll show you a few things about Dropbox that'll help you in the long run. So I made this small diagram for you to understand how the Dropbox work and what Dropbox is. So Dropbox was initially started back in 2007. This was started as a small startup company, and now it's gone to a larger company, and it's a publicly listed company. So what Dropbox does is, if you ask the question like what Dropbox is, in simple words, it's a file storage. Dropbox, you can use it to store your files. So it'll store your files such as documents, photos, videos, and any other files that you may have, even installation files, like if you have installing files and etc. You can store them in Dropbox, and it stores the files locally and also on the cloud, and also it sync the files between different devices. So this diagram will give you an idea on how it really works. So basically, let's say for example, you have a Dropbox account. Now, what you do, you go to dropbox.com and sign up for a Dropbox account. So you can sign up for a free account, or you can sign up for a paid account as well. I'll go through those ones after, but then I'll tell you how Dropbox normally works. So when you have a Dropbox account, there's multiple things you could do in terms of accessing your files. You can access your files on Dropbox online, which means you go to dropbox.com, sign in, and you can see your files. But generally the best way to do it is by installing the Dropbox app on your computer. Let's say for example, you like technology and you have multiple devices that you're using. You have a Mac, you have a standard desktop, you have a laptop, smartphone, and a tablet. So the way the Dropbox works is, say for example, you have you're working on your desktop. So you have certain files that you work on your desktop, like let's say for example a document, some images, and etc. And then you save those files into Dropbox on the local PC, the Dropbox that is installed on the local PC. And when you save those files, what happens is, through the internet, it sync those files into the Dropbox cloud. So those files that you worked on get saved in the Dropbox cloud. And then what Dropbox does is it sync those files onto the other devices that you have your Dropbox installed and that you have Dropbox signed into. So if you have a Dropbox account called under your name, like let's say for example James at gmail.com, that's your Dropbox account, and you use that james@gmail.com to sign in to every single device into the Dropbox. So the files that you worked on this computer get synced onto the cloud and then between those devices as well. So tomorrow, instead of working on the desktop, you work on those files on your laptop. So in the Word document, you added more things and you made some amendments, and then you save the file in here. And now what happens is, whatever the save made, the changes that you made, whatever the stuff you saved, now those changes get synced back onto the Dropbox cloud, and then from there it sync back again to all devices. So that's how it works. Now for this to happen, you must have internet. So you must have any of these devices connected to the internet. I mean, internet is not a luxury anymore. It's a basic need. So everyone has internet on most of those devices these days. So that's generally how it works. But say for example, you're on the flight. you're on your way on the flight and you feel like you need to make some changes onto your documents, and there's Wi-Fi in the flight, there's internet in the flight that you can get, but let's say for example you don't want to spend money on the internet, or you don't want to have internet access in the flight, but you want to work on a document. So you work on your document on your laptop, and then when you get off the flight, you open up your laptop, you are connected to the internet, the Dropbox will automatically sync the file onto the cloud, and then sync them between all these devices. That's how powerful and amazing Dropbox is. That's how simply it works. And say for example you got Dropbox set up on your phone as well. So whatever the changes you do, you want to view them on your phone quickly. You want to open up one of the documents that you worked on just to see what information it is. All you do is just open up the phone, go to Dropbox app, open up the file, and the changes that you made will be on your phone as well, because it syncs everywhere. That's how the Dropbox works. So this is simple Dropbox. Dropbox has a few different other products as well that it includes, and it evolved. So Dropbox basically is this. And then so after this, let's go into Dropbox website, and I'll show you different packages and different options that they have as well, so you get an understanding on how it is. So how do you go to Dropbox? Two ways. Easy option, you go to Google and search for Dropbox, and then it'll bring up the site of Dropbox, and it is dropbox.com. Or the second option is you can simply go to dropbox.com on your web browser and hit enter, and it'll take you to Dropbox. So this is how, when you initially start to get to Dropbox, this is how it's going to look like. So if you don't have an account, very simple, all you do is sign up. And then you go here, you can sign up using Google, or you can sign up using your email account, or you can sign up with your Apple ID. So that's for the just for you to sign up with the Dropbox account. So let's get into the products of Dropbox to find out what products they have. So I'm not going to talk about the backup sign and DocuSign and etc. I'm going to talk about the main function or main product of Dropbox, which is the file storage. So generally, if you go to Dropbox, this is the Dropbox, but in the Dropbox there's mainly, I would say, 3 types of products. So that actually defines in the pricing section. So when you go to the pricing section, there's Dropbox, which is the free version, which gives you 2 gigabytes of data, and you can use it for your personal things, such as, like, for example, if you're a uni student, you can use the free version just to store the files, or else you could go with the personal plus account, which is which gives you 2 terabyte of data and only 1 user, and that's generally plenty for you to start uploading your files. And then there's the essentials account, and then so there's the 3 things that I mentioned about was the free version of Dropbox, and then the paid personal version of Dropbox that gives you more features, and then the paid business version of Dropbox that gives you additional features. So each of these sections, it'll tell you what sort of features that you get. So if you go with the personal plus option, you get 2 terabyte of data, but if you go with the personal professional version of the Dropbox, it gives you 3 terabyte of storage, and then you can do up to large file delivery, and then 180 days of restored deleted file restore. For example, if you accidentally delete a file, normally it gets deleted from Dropbox, but if you have the professional version, for the professionals essentials version, then if the file is deleted, you can restore the file within 180 days. So, and then you got the business version as well. It starts with 9 terabyte. It needs a minimum of 3 users. So it says $369 per user per year, but then you need to purchase minimum of 3 users. So the actual pricing will become 3 times of that for Dropbox Business. But then Dropbox Business has more features like security, file sharing, and also separating the files between different team members. Like for example, let's say you want to have a sales folder that's only shared with your sales team members, and admin folder that's only shared with the admin staff members, and etc. That gives you that option. And then it's got the business plus version as well, more storage, and then longer file recovery and etc. So that's they are the general plans of Dropbox. If you're an individual, just want to store your files. If you're a business owner, like a sole trader, single business owner, you want to store your files. If you're a business owner with a few staff members who wants to store files and then share files between your staff members, or even if you are like a large business owner where you have multiple different teams like sales team, accounts team, and etc. If you have all of these things, Dropbox can help you. Dropbox has different products: the free version, the paid version, and also the business version. So all those different products has different features. So who can use Dropbox? Pretty much anyone. Depending on what you need it for, you can choose the product, and then it's going to be helpful for you to save files. And also it's got security features as well, such as it has the encryption, and also it has the file recovery option. And also the most important thing is the two-factor authentication. So if you ever have a Dropbox account, make sure you set up two-factor authentication to have your files protected. Especially, after COVID, when things switch to remote working environment, especially, working from home and working remotely as well, or even when you have someone working from overseas for your company, or you want to share files between certain people, Dropbox has the function to share files because it's on the cloud. It syncs files, as I explained at the start of the video. So it'll help you with the remote staffing options, remote team members, or even if you're working on a uni assignment that you need to share files between your friends, you just share a folder and then start adding your uni document, assignment into that folder, so you could start sharing with multiple people. And the good thing with Dropbox is, you don't have to, like, let's say for example, if I have a Dropbox account and I need to share a folder with someone else, I don't need to give my Dropbox username and password to that person. I can simply send get a folder. For example, I can share a folder between myself and, let's say, my friend is James. So Angelo sharing a folder with James on Dropbox, saying, James and Angelo share, and then I put all the files in. I put the shared files into that folder, so both James and I have access to that file. So James using James's Dropbox account, and I'm using my Dropbox account, but using those two accounts with the use of shared folder, we can access the files together that's in the shared folder. There's another way of sharing files. That's when, for example, let's say you have, some attachments that you need to send to probably your accountant, lawyer, or a friend, or someone that is large in size. For example, let's say, you got documents, or you got a lot of images, or even a video that you need to send that to someone, but then you can't send it as an email attachment because, it reaches the maximum amount of capacity that you can send via email. So very easy. All you do is upload that file or upload that files into Dropbox, and then you can share them via link. So you don't have to give anyone access to your Dropbox account. You don't have to share a folder. All you do is, if it's a folder that you're sharing with someone, you right click on the folder, and then once you right click on it, there's an option called share via link. So you just copy the Dropbox link and then send it to that person. So whoever the person who receives that email, that link, they can click on the link, download all the attachments that you're sending to them. You can do it for an individual file, like a single file, or you can do it for an entire folder as well. So I wanted to keep this video short and not give you too much technical information, just a brief information about what Dropbox is, what you can use it for, how to use it, and how does it function, so that you can start utilizing Dropbox for your either day-to-day personal life or day-to-day business work, or even if you're a sole trader for your, single owner operated business as well. So that's how the Dropbox work. But regardless of what it is, make sure cybersecurity is really important for anything. So make sure you have two-factor authentication set up and all your security measures are in place to use Dropbox. And in the next video, I'm looking forward to bringing you more of these, IT things, possibly another file storage, because at the end, after different file storage, I want to bring them up together, and then I'm going to show you how to share certain files and how to store certain files and how to properly have your digital assets organized. So that's my idea. So after this video, I'm going to bring another one and then another one, and then they all lead into something much bigger and better. So stay tuned for the next videos or next videos that are to come, and then looking forward to helping you for a bigger thing that'll help you in the future.